Welcome to Talk Again podcast, and it's your girl Mandy. And I'm here with a media personality, a TV and radio producer, none other than Amelia Milk Sewell.
Radio and TV host as well. You understand? I'm a jack of all trades and my master everything. What's up, baby?
It's a pleasure having you. How are you?
Thank you for inviting me on Talk Your Game.
So Amelia is here with us today. Or you want me to say Milk?
No, call me Milk.
Call you Milk.
Yeah, man.
The Milky one.
Yes,
so the Milky one
exactly.
is here with us today because we want to get into her talking about where she is now, how she got to where she is, some of the struggles that of course, everyone faced to get to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she's here to talk our game.
Exactly.
So tell me, you're in media, and from working with artists to TV personalities to all sorts, all walks of life, why did you choose the entertainment industry?
I was born in the entertainment industry. I started at the tender age of 2. I was the host of a radio show on JBC Radio 1 with somebody called Errol E.T. Thompson. Errol E.T. Thompson is Esco's father, left side and Esco.
Yeah.
And Uncle Errol was friends with my father. Mm-hmm. And he used to have a Saturday show on it's RGR, RGR is the radio station I'm talking about, but it used to be known as JBC Radio 1.
Okay, I'm not going to come in because I don't want to show my age. Continue.
And so from the tender age of 2, I was like sitting in Uncle Errol's lap, actually talking. I started talking from I was 8 months. So I was just doing the gab and doing the thing. So I was born in entertainment. My house was a house that was always filled with music. My father always playing music. My mother can't sleep without having the radio on. She's a big R&B fan.
Yeah.
And I would wake up on the weekends and go into the living room, and there would be my mom and my uncles dancing and waltzing. And so, I grew up in a household that loved music. My family just loves music. So, I was born into entertainment. I was meant to do this, man. I was born to do this.
It was your destiny.
Yes, I think so.
All right. So when was your first big break in the media entertainment industry? Was on JBC Radio. Mm-hmm. After that show, where did you migrate to next?
After that, no, I became the first child's voice in Jamaica to be used as like a radio moniker. So like, drops like a radio drop.
Yeah.
I was the first child to have like their voice as a radio drop for like JBC Radio 1 back in those days. And then from there, I went to meeting through my father again. Mm-hmm. Barry G. Yeah, man, and Barry G was teaching. Yeah, Barry G was teaching me about music and about the radio things more in depth. Because now I had understanding. I was older than when I used to work with E.T. Thompson. I think I met Barry G probably when I was 10. And he always used to tell my father that I have a unique voice.
That is true.
And so he took me into the studio and started teaching me how to, use the microphone and record stuff. And, I had a very good childhood.
Okay. Which high school you went to?
I went to Holy Childhood High School. Big up to Sister Stephanie, who passed away. But I started my high school career at Immaculate. And I got kicked out of Immaculate. And Holy Childhood was the only high school. Queen said no.
You're not gonna just slide
St. Andrew said no. Even
Even
Merle Grove.
I went to Merle Grove.
Told me no. Sister Stephanie found me amusing and found my personality very effervescent. And she was like, yeah, man, we'll take her. And she took me my first day at Holy Childhood. I went to class in my newly bought Guess jeans and a white t-shirt. Gangster style.
No, stop it. It's just because you never get a uniform. So don't let it seem like You're gangster, gangster.
You know,
Because you never
I'm
get
me
a
a
uniform.
gangster from a bond. Me a gangster from a bond.
So you're just going to slide over the fact that you got kicked out at Immaculate. You're not
Yeah,
going to tell
man,
the
yeah,
people them
man.
why.
All right, let me tell you something now. Back in the days when my aunties and my mother, they were teenagers, Immaculate used to be a boarding school. So Sister Maureen Claire and my grandmother are friends from back in the day when my aunties used to board at Immaculate. So here I am now, years and years later. Her friend's granddaughter is coming to her school. She was always, aren't you late for class? Why are you lagging in the hallway? Why is your uniform skirt so short? Why did you polish your shoes? And so one day I said to her, hop off, I'm a BC friend and a man, Sister Maureen Claire. So anyway, Sister Maureen Claire called my grandmother and said, we can't have this at Immaculate. This is not what Immaculate is about. We have to let her go. And so we went that day and we drove to every single school, high school in Kingston, and they all said no. But when I went down to the blue
Holy Childhood.
and the beige, Sister Stephanie said, yeah, man, we like her spirits. We will take her.
So while you were going Holy Childhood, you were working in media after school and stuff like that?
No, when I was going to Holy Childhood, no, man. I was fully immersed into being
Teenager?
no, being a household name. Like I wanted everybody at Holy Childhood to know my name. And one year I was actually campus queen.
That's
So
a
you know,
thing?
say after being campus queen, nobody could talk to me after that, right? I ran Holy Childhood High School in. I never finished Holy Childhood High School in a but for the years that I was there, I ran that high
You were a
school.
campus queen.
Yes, I was campus queen.
So why didn't you finish Holy Childhood? Did you move to another high school?
I got pregnant when I was young. So to take the shame out of my eye, I moved to Miami.
Okay. So how was that journey for you, being a teenage mom?
It was great. Me and my son, we grew together like we're brother and sister.
Yeah.
And right now we're best friends.
That's good. That's good. So was the family basically supported you through all of that?
Yeah, man. My family is half Chinese, so it's not okay for somebody to have a child young because they get married from their young in China. Like, I mean, the marriages, right? The marriages are prearranged, and like by 14, you're married. My grandmother was married by 14.
So that means when I was setting up the light, I could have asked you to translate the manual that we're over there trying to.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
We're over there trying to figure out.
Definitely.
So when did you come back to Jamaica?
I came back to Jamaica, I think in 2000, when I heard that Mr. Young of Irie FM was opening a new radio station called Zip 103 FM. And he was looking for all the most talented young Jamaicans all across the island. And I was like, I got to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I love to be the first of something. And at that time, when Mr. Young created Zip, Zip under one roof had the most talented people in Jamaica. We had Delano from Renaissance. We had Jazzy T. We had Liquid. We had Wild Child. We had me. We had Denise Hunt. We had Miss Kitty before anybody even knew who Miss Kitty was, man.
Yeah.
Who else we had? Ice. We had Johnny Cool. Them time the Chrome never even thought of. Chrome wasn't even thought of yet.
Yeah.
But look at those. We had a dozen of the most talented people and selectors for Zip 103, and that was like my dream job.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What were some of the duties that you had there?
I was in charge of the info center. I created Zip Code. Zip Code is still there now. It's an audio entertainment magazine that comes on every day. It tells you about the latest parties. It gives you the reviews. It tells you about new music, new videos. It's just like an e-news kind of thing.
Okay.
And I also read news.
So how long did you stay at Zip for?
I was at Zip for like 3 years.
And then you transitioned to...
And then I left Zip and I walked up the road to CVM Television because I had just moved back to Jamaica, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm a film student. Yeah. So I was perusing the television scene, and I see this man named Winford Williams doing this show named On Stage. I'm saying, this man needs some milk in his life. I need to go and find this man. So when I decided to move to greener pastures from Zip, I said, my next move is I'm going to attack television because I just know that I was born to be a television personality. Yeah. And from ever since I was going to prep school at St. Hugh's Prep, I always said I wanted to be a well-known Jamaican. Like I wanted to go down in the history of Jamaica. Yeah. Like I wanted to be a household name. That has always been my thing from as far as like 7 years old. I can remember that. So anyways, I walked up to Zip the day. I walked up to CVM the day. And I say to the security, I'm here to see Mr. Winford Williams. And the security said, well, we can't let you in, girl. I'm gone to lunch, so you have to go wait. Either come back tomorrow or wait on him. So I said, all right, I'll wait on him. So here comes Mr. Winford Williams now in his RAV4 coming, and I just jump in front of the RAV4 and I said, hi, Mr. Williams. My name is Milk, and I think that you need some milk in your life. Here is my resume and here is my modeling pictures. And he found my personality amusing. He was like, come inside with me, man. Come inside. And I walked through CVM and I was like, I am going to work here. This is my next place of employment. And he took me up into his office and he gave me a little, he went through my resume and, and he went through my modeling pictures and went through my acting resume as well. And he was like, I was thinking of building an entertainment unit. Mm-hmm. So you coming to me today is perfect timing. Right. And I was like, yes, Mr. Williams, milk features into everything, porridge, coffee, tea, cereal, and right now into CVM television. And he was like, this girl is so funny. And he called somebody, he was like, Simone, come and get a contract and da-da-da-da-da. Right. This is going to be the first person of the CVME unit. And I was like, yes.
So how long did you stay at CVM for?
I was at CVM for a long time. Oh my gosh. I felt like I grew old at CVM.
So how are you young again now?
I don't think. How long was I at CVM? I was at CVM for a long time. Probably 7 years. 8 years. Until they prematurely let me go because of the whole sex tape drama that happened, in 2008. I'll never forget it. June 8th, 2008. My life changed for the worst. It's an old story and I'm really tired of talking about it, but I'm here on Talk Your Game, so I have to talk my game. Who don't like it, bite it. Yeah, so the sex tape came around. Yeah. It went all over the world. I think I was the first Jamaican to ever go viral. And I was also the first Jamaican to experience cancel culture. Because at that time, cancel culture wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But believe you me, if cancel culture was something of that 2008, I would have been the first person. That sex tape incident made corporate Jamaica just cancel me.
No more milk.
When I lost my job at CVM, I also lost the place that I used to live in with my son. The landlord came to me and said, listen, if you lost your job at CVM, me I gotta get my rent. I don't have any faith. It's a Christian man, and I guess the whole
thing,
the whole sex tape thing.
He didn't want to be associated with it.
I guess I was like a woman scorned at that time. So finally, he gave me, notice, and I was homeless for like about 6 months. I could have gone to my grandmother with my son, I carried my son to my grandmother, but me did so shame, girl. Me did shame.
It's crazy.
I would have rather have lived in my car, and I lived in my car for 6 months.
You lived in your car for 6 months.
I lived in my car for 6 months. And the good thing about my car was that it had plugins. So
What kind
like
of
when
car
I
was
would
it?
sleep at night, it was a Toyota Matrix. So when I would sleep at night, I would stay in the same complex that I lived in, and I would just
Oh.
park underneath the almond tree and just pull out my fan, plug in my fan, plug in my little thing, my little laptop thing, and watch my shows and
And go sleep.
put down the seats and throw up my comforter. And I lived in my little Matrix for like about 6 months.
So that's why people, when you say Milk, just know that she coming from far, and she has worked hard and earned. You have earned everything that you have right now.
When I look back at it, I think God has been training me for all of the obstacles that I had to go through in life. From I was like about 8 years old. Let me give you this story. Me's a country girl, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in a Clarendon, Summerfield.
I would
Big up
never-
to the Clarendon masses. Who do you think Maypen is a playpen? Maypen is not a playpen, okay?
I would never think that you're from.
Listen to me, you think
You're
I'm an
not from
uptown, you
Kingston.
think I'm an uptown Kingston girl from Upper St. Andrew? No, darling. I'm a country girl, darling. So listen to this now. This is where God started training me for my life. That
Yeah.
I didn't know that my life was going to be so full of crosses to bear. At one point in my life, I think I was going to be a hunchback, because the amount of crosses that me have to bear in my life, I thought I wouldn't be able to stand up straight. And that's the thing with with Capricorns too. Capricorns, out of all of the other zodiac signs, they go through a little bit more, a little bit extra than everybody else. And there is less of Capricorns than all the other zodiac signs in the
There
world.
is?
Did you know that?
No.
And the other special thing about Capricorn too is that we start the year and we finish the year. There's no other zodiac sign that starts the year and finishes the year.
Well, that's
So
true.
Capricorns, when growing up, I mean, you can ask Sean Paul, you can ask Cartel, you can ask Maca Diamond. When Capricorns are young, they're old before they're young. It's when they get into like their 30s is when they start enjoying life. Because they have so much responsibility. When I was 8, I felt like I was 22.
Because of all the responsibility that you had.
So here it is now. Let me show you how Father God now has been training me for the sex tape drama, for being a young mother, for people criticizing me, for everything, just for everything. My grandmother, my great grandmother, woke me up when I became 8, and she says, "Listen, it's time now that you wash the dirty clothes." So me I say
When
to
you're 8?
So in myself now, me I say, what is mama talking about? What is mama? What is mama talking about? Me at 8 years old, I forgot start learn to wash the clothes. So in country we have to carry the clothes, the pan of clothes
And
down
I'm
to the
gonna
river
say, you're not washing
and leave
machine.
the clothes
On the stone.
on the river rock. So anyways, I am at 8 years old, I am woo-sawing, calm.
You have your bucket on
Me
your head.
did old before me young. As me tell you, say me come out of my mother's womb and say ta-da to the people them in a Natal hospital and say, yo, you ready for me? No, I created a big, that is another story. That is probably another day and another podcast.
Part two.
You understand me? That is another day and for another podcast. But anyway, so every Saturday now, my great grandmother expect me to take up the clothes, the big pan of clothes, carry it on my head and go down to the river. So I used to argue in the morning to myself, and I used to be like, why me have to do this?
Yeah.
BC, cause me like a BC, RC in the pillow quietly underneath my tongue, this woman, I she really take me for, and me need for just go to Kingston now, because me can't bother with this country life. At 8 years old, me can't bother with country life. Anyways, I overcame. It became, once you do something for 21 days, it's a habit. It's a habit. So after 21 days, I stopped complaining. I jump out of the bed every 6 o'clock in the morning, sat there, and wash her clothes, wash my clothes, wash.
Wait, yeah, wash fair clothes though?
Yes, daddy.
I think I just hear your
Fast
clothes.
forward now. When I am 13 now, she decides, say, before I go to school a morning time, I have to go to the market. Thursdays are the freshest produce at the market. So me now have to before I put on my uniform, go to the market and come back with the big market something on my head. There again, God was trying to teach me. God was making my back strong, making my neck strong, making me, what should I say? Making my back broad, making my skin tough. These are the things that
made
God,
you resilient.
that made me growing up. God was teaching me from my adult life. And so looking back in hindsight, I'm grateful that my grandmother set me down to the river. She never come with me and teach me herself a scrubs and blue soap and...
But yeah, if I come back with the clothes clean.
Just look round and look, me say, the lady will live next door, do her little thing with her white clothes. Me look, I'm going to throw the bleach. My little thing, I wasn't I make no little scrubs, but I end up I make the little scrubs after the 21 days though. You get me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm grateful for my life, and I'm grateful that I'm a Capricorn, and I'm grateful I'm a country girl. And then from the country, we go downtown Princess Street, because say every Chinese in Jamaica have wholesaler, have store, or have,
so you have a wholesale
some kind of thing. Wait, no man. So, me a shop Chinese. So everybody live on the top of the shop until everybody get them restaurant. My uncles and aunties get them little restaurant or little store or move gone off foreign or whatever. And then now from downtown Princess Street running up and down Matthews Lane, we move past halfway tree, up Millsboro Avenue, on the top of Tavistock. You understand me?
Yeah.
Country girl living an uptown life. And my grandmother bought that piece of land on the top of Millsboro Avenue for like about 35,000. And that was a lot of money them time then when she was building the house. You understand me? And it was billing while I was living at the store. So it was years and years and years before I even born. She paid on that piece of land up on the hillside. And so that was my journey to the uptown. From washing clothes on the riverside, baby. Running up and down on Princess Street.
I know you're Kingston.
Working in my grandmother's shop. Yeah, I know how to cut cloth and people come and buy yards of cloth. I'm going to take my yardstick. Yeah, I'm a very industrious little girl, you know. That's why I laugh at people who come to me on TikTok and say, Milk, go look at work. How much job do you have? Coming to me on TikTok and telling me, go look at work. A 5 job me have. How much job you have? I'm a true Jamaican. Maypen me come from.
Alright, so a lady with 5 jobs, 5 career, multi-skilled, multi-talented. But I grew up knowing Milk, knowing the Milky One. I saw you on television, I heard you on radio. I grew up knowing you, despite the scandal and all of that. And my views on it, I never supported what they did. Basically, that whole cancer culture thing. Because for me, what happens in the bedroom, yes, it came out public, but that's your personal choice. You should not be judged by it. And like you said, you shouldn't have been a scorned woman by it. And I think that's something that needs to be changed. Or probably it is a little change. It's probably changing now in the industry. But what you think is your takeaway from what the experience had or did for you? What you think was your biggest challenge coming out of that?
My biggest challenge coming out of that was, how am I going to make money now to support my son? Like the landlord said, how am I going to make money to pay rent for the next place that I get?
Right.
You know, and I didn't know where my life was going to go. But all I knew is that I didn't do anything wrong. And
you knew God would work it out.
No, not even that. Yeah, God is an on-time God. God is always right on time. When He's to show His face, He knows when He's to show His face. But coming out of that, I never knew what was going to be my life. And I have to give thanks to, because worrying about financial is a serious thing.
Yeah.
You know, I had a son. I don't know what I was going to do. But thanks to Cartel called me and say, yo, me here say you're homeless and I live in a carrying a girl. We have 2 work for you for doing it, because You have so much family and you are living in your car. Try come round a Kirk Avenue, come check me down a Father Road
Yeah,
studio.
because him sing about freaky girl and them girl them
So
love.
he was like, I'm gonna make this okay. I'm like, how you can make this okay? So me just come round a Father Road studio no more.
Yeah.
So I say, alright, I go around there and he said, not nice. Him say, pimping, play that something there, play that thing. I'm like, oh my God, Jolene. Da, 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 da. You know the voice note, the freaky girl song. So he was like, I was like, how is this song that's highlighting the problem going to help me? He was like, milk, music make money, milk, music make money. Just watch and see. And so he did. I mean, when that song started making money, I would always receive money.
Yeah.
I mean, him carry a big bag and throw down and
you're the inspiration for that.
go and go find some place to live.
Go
on down the course, go buy 2 bed. Go on back for your son over Riri, over one part.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and Matterhorn too. Tony Matterhorn, big up yourself wherever you are, Tony Matterhorn. He was the one who linked me and said, milk. You must hide in a milk.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make CVM make you feel like, say, you did anything wrong, you know.
Right.
Don't because hide away yourself. And you see, I went out into the world, into every dancehall space, and every dancehall space where Tony Matterhorn was playing.
Yeah.
And I would come into the party, he was like, yo, Queen Milk has arrived, you know. I love the girl, then we don't do it, you know, but I love the girl, then we do it even more. Big up Queen Milk. And he made it okay for me to show my face in the dancehall space.
Right.
Because, you know, it's the whole oral sex is a very taboo subject for us in Jamaica. You know, every dancehall song is bun this and bun that and bun this and bun that and bun this. But Tony Matterhorn made it okay for me to survive in the dancehall space.
Yeah.
Because the notice that I got from CVM at the time was that they wanted me to stay off of the scene. They never even want me to go to the supermarket.
So they
never want me to go to movies. They never want me to go to... And when they gave me and my co-worker Candice Buchanan our walking papers on the same day, you know. So me and Candice walked up through the CVM gate hand in hand on the same day because she had a similar issue.
Right.
But hers was pictures and hers was revenge porn. But they let me go in June and me say, you see when July come around, and me that you see at some fest on the big jumbo screen at the front, I look up in a Mary J. Blige face, so, and the people them in the CVM VIP thing, I know that they was like, look upon the girl who we tell for stay home and stay out of sight. Is that her we see on the Jumbotron all throughout some fest?
Them never know, so them tell if to stay home, you have to pay rent.
Listen to me, man. I never did anything wrong.
No, you didn't.
Why was I going to hide? And it's the first Sumfest I could attend as a guest and not covering it and working. I enjoyed that so much. And Mary J. Blige is my girl, you know. When Mary J. Blige took the stage and when she got to the party of her set where she sang that song where she said, no more drama. She was speaking to me, and I was looking around and I was like saying, is there a spotlight on me or is Mary J. Blige talking the things them to me right now?
Right.
I mean, tears was running down my eyes, and because of the controversy and because all of the cameramen know, I mean, they're all my co-workers. I got some good shots that year at Sumfest, you see, man. You understand me? When you watch back that year at Sumfest, I started along with Mary J. Blige.
That's good. It's good to know that you're able to transition from that and actually transition to where you are now.
Bring tears to my eyes.
It's not the tears, guys. It's not the situation. It's our lashes. There, don't make shit trick no. Come. So let's get to where you are now. I know, surprisingly, the other day, I started getting myself familiar with TikTok, and I realized that you're over there, not just being the Milky one, but you're actually conquering the TikTok world. You're making it your own.
Definitely.
And what made you transition, or how did you get that started?
I joined TikTok in 2018 when I heard, I think it was P. Diddy talking about it, you know. I heard P Diddy talking about TikTok, and I joined it, but I just put it down. I just joined it as another social media thing.
Right.
I never was really interested in the side, and I put it down. And then in 2022, I met your best friend's brother, Vernon. And Vernon is like, you need for that on TikTok. Ray. And I was like, I do not want to be on TikTok, Vernon. And he was like, no, you have to be on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so he pressed the button on TikTok June of that year, and I pressed the button of TikTok October of 2022. And it worked out splendidly. You know, I was afraid. Let me tell you what I was afraid of. You see, because I was cancelled, I was afraid that, and I can't believe that I really had this fear that I would press the button on TikTok and be sitting there by myself.
Oh.
I didn't know that my people were still with me. Because once I pressed that button, you know, it was like Noah and the ark, you know, man. Them coming 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5. When I look around, I had like, the first night I had like 15,000 people looking up in my face saying, Milk, where have you been? It was so, I mean, my Jamaican people, them love me, you know, you guys love me, you know. Oh my gosh.
They do.
They were so welcoming. Everybody, all the Jamaicans in New York, all the Jamaicans in Canada, all the Jamaicans in England. So TikTok to me now is like, you guys cancel me from CVM or from television itself, and from even getting work on television. Well, TikTok is now my television station, and it's powered by the people. You understand me? When the people tune into me on my live and they start tapping that screen, that's the power, that's the electricity that sends me, my television station, Milk's TikTok, all around the world. I am in Africa. I am in Australia. I am in South Korea. I am battling people all from all walks of life, you know. You understand me? So I give thanks for TikTok.
Because despite all of
my fans are tuned in.
All the bad that happened, you're still able to actually reach a wider audience now, despite everything.
At the end of the day, when I check my analytics, I have like 290,000 people passing through in the 4 hours that I am on TikTok. You know, they might not stay,
but it's the fact that they tune in.
And TikTok gives you to the point, to the decimal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? With the analytics. So I give thanks for TikTok, and that's why it bore me when people come on my TikTok and talk about Milk, go look at walk. You go look at walk. Because TikTok is another form of income stream.
Yeah,
because I don't have no husband, boyfriend, or sugar daddy. I'm not go around a back road with no ensure. So TikTok is my other form of income. Someone don't want nobody fight me.
What ensure?
That one fly over our head like Air Jamaica plane.
She not tell me what ensure. You're not telling me.
There's a song about girls who take the ensure and go to back road. Investigate it after the investigate
You're not tell me.
After the podcast.
Guys, in the comments, tell me what ensure mean here. Cause milk not being a milky one and sharing her knowledge. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna move on. It's okay. So apart from being a TikTok and all of that, what's some of the other things that you're doing now in your career?
I'm big into production, you know. So every movie that comes to Jamaica, I'm in the production.
Yeah.
You know, so my 2 years ago, I was living in Portland for 3 months working for Oprah Winfrey on her project called Black Cake, which is on Hulu. Last year, I worked for 6 months on the Bob Marley movie. Before that, I was a part of that big Levi's commercial that featured Jamaica. I'm fully into television production and movie production. So
you're behind the scenes.
Every James Bond movie, I'm working on it.
A lie.
Every movie that steps foot in Jamaica, I'm on the production crew.
You know when somebody carry equipment back them on thing.
Not needing a personal assistant right now.
Milk, you know you fight the youths.
Not fighting the youths.
If you believe so she'll fight the youths, go on our live and type fight the youths next time when she go live. So that's good. So do you have any current projects now that you're working on?
Current projects that I'm working on. Yes, as an actress, I'm in the movie that's being filmed and directed by Storm Salter.
Which movie is
It's
that?
called Inheritance.
That's a Jamaican producer?
Yes, it's a Jamaican production.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay.
And before that, you can find me on HBO in a television series called Get Millie Black.
The HBO?
Yeah, the HBO, regular HBO where you have on cable.
Listen, hey, you know, listen to me. I'm here to talk to the TikTok audience. I'm gonna sit down up straight. I'm gonna want to start put some respect on the lady name here. I'm gonna want to start put some respect on the lady name. You should just say, wanna listen to what she just said a while ago? Wanna listen to what she just said a while ago?
Is
so
what?
wanna go over there? Me no want a rose. We don't want a rose.
No, man, I accept the rose. Send the rose, them come, man. Every mickle make come up. Remember, say, country come from, you know?
Wait. I need to start to some rrr and some meow. On the
No,
screen.
man, them over Jaden, because I mix up them love. I mix up them love.
Oh. All right, we're come on, guys.
Send the roses, send the ice creams, and send the TikToks.
And the donuts and everything.
Exactly,
yeah, appreciate them.
Exactly.
Well, it's good to get an understanding of where you came from, the foundation that was set by the riverside, Pandora with the clothes them.
Exactly.
To downtown.
By the rivers of Babylon, where we wash our clothes.
That's not how the song go. I know so the song go, but alright.
Where milk wept when she remembered Zion.
I took a moment of silence just now. That was deep. But it's good to know that where you came from, which I'm sure a lot of persons didn't know that this is, should I say, a humble beginning.
Yeah.
To basically stardom now. A lot of persons might have thought that your career ended in 2008.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
But it didn't. It actually, I'm sure it opened a lot of doors for you, starting with Cartel and Mataran, right? So I'm glad, I'm happy to see that you're actually blossoming. You're doing great things.
Thank you, my sweetheart.
You know, and I'm a supporter of you on TikTok, and it's good to see when you come out and you have that smile on your face. Like, I'm sure a lot of persons wonder, what is it that you're going through? Because a lot of persons go through things.
And you'd never know with me. You'd never
yeah.
know with me. You'd never know.
Because when you come on and that smile is that smile that you have right there. When you come on and you smile, you're like, oh, milk. You know?
It's
So
true.
the smile does a lot, and it's good to see that you're still smiling despite whatever trials or obstacles that's thrown at you. Because like you said, the Lord prepared you for all of this, and He made your back broad for all of the comments. Because I'm sure you still have some little, I'm not gonna say dirty, but I just say dirty, mischievous people who come on your life.
What makes me smile so wide is my son. My son is living his best life. He's self-actualized. He's a Grammy-nominated music producer. You know, he is the new young face of VP Records. You know, he's trying to change the reputation of VP Records, you know, one day at a time. And he's just out there living his best life. And every time I look at him, I say, damn.
So that's your greatest inspiration?
I did a great job with him. You know what I mean?
You did.
I mean, despite having him young and despite being homeless and everything, and despite him being bullied and teased at school over the sex tape thing, and you know, I mean, he has a big broad back too, and I'm so proud of the man that he has become, and he keeps me smiling.
He has a mom like you. You've been through a lot, so of course you're gonna expect that you instill those principles and those values and that strength and resilience that you have. We'd expect that your child would exhibit the same.
Definitely.
So what is it that you'd want to say to your viewers, your supporters, your tappers? What was it that you'd like to leave with them? What's the word of advice that you'd like to give?
I'm very grateful and appreciative of all of my TikTok family. Everybody who comes and visits me every day and spends time with me, because that's the most important thing, is the time that you come and spend with me, is the time that you come and get to know me. I mean, I appreciate my shooters, because they pass through and they drop them big gift, but the people that stay with me and get to know the kind of person that I am from the inside are the people that tap,
Yeah.
and the people that just there because they just love me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody every day for coming and checking me and supporting me and just always giving me life and just always giving me company. I don't like to be by myself, and you guys show me that there's love out there for me.
Yeah. What's an advice you'd give to somebody that's probably going through the same, what should I say, sexual shaming? What's the advice you give to somebody like that? Because everybody goes through it in their own way, whether the person is young or old. If they're struggling with that type of experience, what advice you'd give?
The advice I would give is, don't listen to the naysayers. Keep your head up, wear your crown, whether you're a man or a woman, and just believe in yourself, and don't let anybody or anything get you down. Don't let anybody out your light, and God got you.
All right, guys. So there you have it. That was Amelia Milk Sewell talking her game on Talk Again podcast. Thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mama Sita. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
I'll
you.
be there to help you.
But before you go, tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me anywhere. If you want to find me, Google me. I'm on all social media platforms.
But before we go, Milk and I could not be sitting here looking so posh without the contributions of Faithful Homes Decor. Their accents and furniture is simply amazing and breathtaking. But you know where you can find them? Constant Spring Road in Mall Plaza upstairs to the left. And there you have it. And I'm not take my need for tell you no, but you know where to find me on YouTube at Talk a Game, Instagram Talk a Game, and on TikTok at Talk a Game. See you guys next time.
Bye.